Hello, Shane from Wild About once again, and I'm up here at Kelcey Tier, and I'm about to go and look for the common onion orchid. Very small, I did notice it the other day, and so I thought I'd come back up here and do a little story about it. So I'm at the Kelcey Tier car park, the Allison track, and we'll start the little walk. Now it's not all that far along this track, a couple of minutes, and the first onion orchid identified by Europeans was by a naturalist by the name of George Forster, who was a German-Polish naturalist and was in New Zealand in 1773 on Lieutenant James Cook's trip, his second trip voyage through the South Pacific. But it wasn't until 1786 when he got back that he formally went through the catalogue of his plants, Forster did, and he gave it the name. Wasn't the original name, which is now Microtis unifolia, and which means micro, small, otis, meaning small ear from ancient Greek, and unifolia is uni singular and folia leaf. So because it also looks like a small onion seedling when it's growing. It's a nice day up here at the moment. I was up here yesterday and the day before, but I thought I'd come back for one last look. We're just coming up to the orchid now. Can I see it? Yes, I can. From a distance, I noticed 3 here yesterday, and I'll just go in a little bit. And there it is. There. And that's in flower, believe it or not. There is another one there, and there is a smaller one just down in there as well. So there are several of them. There was also one here which has had its been chopped off. So that's the little orchid. If you don't know what you're looking for, you most probably wouldn't see it. I hope you can see the orchid okay. I've actually put a piece of white paper behind it. And these are the flowers here. They're really minute. And the green part of it is actually not part of the seed capsule, but it will form into that. But it's actually part of the flower. They've got chlorophyll in them. They're pollinated by little ants, little black ants, about 4 mils long, and also inchman type wasp in that family have been observed pollinating them. The orchids, once they're seeded, the seeds get dispersed in the wind or by the insects, and it's fairly fine and gets blown around, and with that it ends up in the soil. Then another relationship happens. Endophytic fungus occur. Now endophytic, they're mycorrhizal fungus. They get attracted to the seed, and it appears that these mycorrhizal fungus, endophytic fungus, are species specific, and they get attracted to it, and then they get embedded in the seed, and as the corm, the seed starts to germinate, it gets embedded into the tuber, and it ends up being a symbiotic relationship between the two. Now, one supplies nutrients, carbohydrates and sugars to each other, and the orchid needs those mycorrhizal endophytic fungus to survive. So it's fairly interesting. Bit of a side note, I don't know whether you know where the word orchid comes from, but only males, humans that is, can have an orchidectomy. And because the word orchid comes from the ancient Greek word testes. And so with that, because the tubers, when they were first describing orchids, they thought they looked like human testes, and that's how orchids got their name. Interesting, useless bit of information, but that's actually in flower at the moment. And this is most probably the common onion orchid up here in Kelcey Tier. There's another grove of them just a bit further up the track, and I might go and have a look at that. If you like these short little wild about videos, please like, subscribe and share with your friends, and I hope you get something out of it. Thank you. Bye.